Hey folks, we are back on the trail and I am on my first backpacking trip of 2024. And I'm starting this year off in Capitol Reef National Park. I've decided that I'm going to do the Capitol Reef Extravaganza loop, which is around 26 miles, and it hits a lot of the highlights that are in Capitol Reef National Park. I'm starting off at the Lower Spring Canyon trailhead, more of a parking lot, and I'll be going counterclockwise. So I'll be hiking up through the Spring Canyon, and then connecting with the Chimney Rock Trail. Then I'll be crossing over Highway 24 and then hiking down the Sulphur Creek Trail, which goes down to the Visitor Center. And then from there, I'm gonna hike up the Cohab Canyon and the Frying Pan Trail, which will then take me to the Cassidy Arch, which is a little side trip that I'm going to be hitting, and then I'll be wrapping it up hiking down the Grand Wash trail back to my car. But look at this. This is amazing. I'm only a half a mile into my trip, but it is beautiful out here today. So I'm out here for 3 days, 2 nights, and looking forward to it. Looking forward to my first trip of the year. All right, we'll see you on the trail. All right, an important turnoff here. You see these rock of cairns here. Well, there's a trail here on the side, and it's going to lead up. And this is kind of what I'm calling the ledge. Probably what I've heard is kind of a little bit sketchy, but not too bad. It's right after you see kind of the cool little water pocket on the approach. But if you're not careful, you know, if you're coming this way and you're still hiking in the creek bed, you could just keep on walking down. And I'm not sure if you can get up on the other side, but I talked to an older couple coming the other way, and they missed it on the other side and had to, you know, hike back and then around. So don't miss this cairn, or you might be doing some backtracking. All right, let's go see how sketchy this ledge really is. This is actually like the first real trail in a while. There's been parts of the trail, but yeah, the creek bed continues down there. We continue up. Wow. You see that? Sweet. So I don't think it's too bad, but I think you definitely have to watch your step, because, you know, it's kind of straight down, trail sloping a little bit, but it's pretty firm. Not feeling any issues. You just can't mess around, that's for sure. Just take your time, nice and slow, and you will have no problem getting around boulders like this. Just no, nice and slow. All right, I think I have found camp. So one of the rules they have here at Capitol Reef is that you cannot camp within sight of the trail. And so I will watch a couple YouTubes. I saw people get this spot right here, which looks amazing. It's got some great views. And it's right where the Upper Canyon and Chimney Rock are about to split off. So I think this will do. Whew. Beautiful. Day one is in the books. A long day, but good day. Started about 4 o'clock this morning. I left northern Colorado and got to Capitol Reef around 1 o'clock. I had a late breakfast at a great little place called Duke's Slick Rock Grill. It's in Hanksville, and it's about 35 miles just east or north of Capitol Reef. And so I had a huge, big breakfast, and that's kind of one of the things I always do. I try to get really full before I hit the trail so as not to have to pack as many meals on that first day. So I got to Capitol Reef around 1 o'clock, and I only had 8 miles to hike today. And I hiked the lower and the upper Spring Canyon part of the trail. I turned off just before I start heading west towards the Chimney Rock Trail. But the lower Spring Trail, that trailhead, it wasn't really a trailhead. It was a parking area off the side of the road, and wasn't quite clear where I was supposed to go at first. So it takes a little bit of navigating to get to the right spot to cross over that Fremont River. And that wasn't too bad. Came up to about my calf, maybe a little bit to my knee, but that wasn't bad at all. And then I felt like I was bushwhacking for maybe the first quarter mile, maybe half mile, just trying to figure out if I was supposed to be on a trail or if I was supposed to be walking in the creek bed, and kind of realized that for most of this trip, most of this trail, I'm hiking on the creek bed. And it was beautiful. It was such a beautiful little trail as you're walking into the creek bed. There is some sand, but I didn't feel like I was just kind of trudging along the entire trip for it. But just walking through the different curves through the creek bed, you have the tall canyon walls. There's a little bit of bouldering, which is fun, and the ledge, the sketchy little ledge, which wasn't that sketchy, towards kind of the middle end part of this trail, and just so many fun things that I liked about today. And the best part is the weather. I generally come out to Utah for my first backpacking trip in June, and this is the middle of May, and this weather is amazing. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. I mean, the highs are probably 65, 70 degrees. The lows are supposed to get down to, I think, 38, 40 degrees tonight. So that's perfect, especially when you're walking in a very sandy, desert-like environment. These temperatures are great and absolutely perfect day today. So this has been a great start to the trip. Again, those first few miles, there was water. There was a creek that was kind of flowing through. Not too bad, but parts where you could get water. But I would say after 3 or 4 miles, that water dried up. And I haven't seen water probably in the last, 3 miles of this hike. But it was been an excellent day so far. And this campsite is it's beautiful. It's got 360-degree views around it, and it's awesome. So it's been great. Just resting here for a little bit. Let me set up camp, and then we'll start cooking some dinner a little bit later. See ya. And now I can try one of my new gear items. Where is it? And that's my new carabiner. It has a little spark. See if I can start my stove with it. All right. It's not working as well as I had hoped. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Let boil a little bit. Oh yeah, it's a nice boil. Turn that off. So these are freezer bags. So you can pour boiling water in them. And that's how I generally cook my meals. this. Seal it up. Put in my little koozie. I may have put too much water. This is the first time I've tried it, so put in my koozie and see how that works out. All right, let's see how it worked out. I think a little too much water in it. It's one of those cups, you know, where you have to keep the rice in it, and then you pour it to the line, and then you microwave it for like 3 minutes. So I wasn't quite sure, but I really overestimated this. I think the rice is done. It probably needed just a couple of ounces, and I put 8 in it. So let's just try it out. Got my little spoon. Let's see if it tastes all right. Yeah. It's all right. I mean, it's better than just plain white rice. It's kind of cheesy rice. So next time I'll just put a little less water, add a little chicken, and we'll be good to go. The carabiner worked okay. Maybe I just need to get used to it. You saw it took me a few strikes before I could get it going. But I think that we'll try it again for tomorrow's dinner and just get a little more practice on it. But glad to see I was able to start my little propane tank using my carabiner. So success. Well, that's going to do it for day one. Finished up my dinner, settling into my tent. Looked like a storm was coming in, so I went ahead and put the rain fly on. And as soon as that sun went behind those canyon walls, the temperature really dropped. So I'm hoping the rainfly will also help keep in some of the heat. It's only supposed to get to around 38 to 40 degrees. Tomorrow we'll check my Go V, which is another new piece of gear that I'm testing out on this trip, just to see what that temperature range was today and as well as through the night. But awesome day. Really enjoyed it. Tomorrow got my biggest day. I'll be hiking Chimney Rock, Sulphur Creek, Fruita, the Coab Canyon, Frying Pan Trail. So we got a lot of cool stuff we're going to be checking out tomorrow. So we're going to look to get an early start. But that's going to do it for day one. See you in the morning. No sweat.